Solving for absolute value equations. Let's talk about the absolute value of x. If x is a positive number, then the absolute value of that positive number is going to be itself. Or if x is a negative number, then the absolute value of that negative number is going to be the opposite of that negative number. This definition suggests that we might have two values, meaning if we don't know what x is, if we don't know if x is positive or negative, we're looking into two separate equations. And that's how we're going to solve our absolute value equations. So let's write one out. So x plus 2, take the absolute value of that, equals 3. And the way we do this is we're going to write x plus 2, get rid of the brackets, equals 3. So that's our positive equation. And then we're going to write x plus 2, again we get rid of the brackets, equals negative 3. That'll be our negative equation. And then we're going to solve for x. And 3 take away 2 is 1, and subtract 2 on both sides here, x equals negative 5. And if you plug it in, like 1 plus 2 is the absolute value of 3, which is 3, and then we got negative 5, so negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3, the absolute value of negative 3 is 3. Let's try another one. 2x plus 1, take the absolute value of that, equals 5. Okay, so rewrite it out. 2x plus 1 equals 5. That's our positive equation. And then 2x plus 1 equals negative 5. That's going to be our negative equation. And then we subtract 1 on both sides. 2x equals 4. Divide by 2, x equals 2. Here we subtract negative 1 on both sides. We get 2x equals negative 6. Divide by 2, x equals negative 3. And again, these should be our answers, but let's double check. 2 for x. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Absolute value of 5 is 5. And we got negative 3. So negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 1 is going to be negative 5. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. All right, let's do the next one. 2x plus 3. Let's take the absolute value of that. Minus 5 equals 10. Okay, in this situation, we need to have the absolute value on one side and the constant on the other. So let's add 5. And we need to do this or else our definition won't work on it. So we move the 5 over and we get 15. Okay, now we can use the definition. 2x plus 3 equals 15, right? We take the absolute value, bars, and we write 15. That's our positive equation. And 2x plus 3 equals negative 15, which is our negative equation. And now we need to solve these. So we subtract 3 on both sides. 2x equals 12. Divide by 2, x equals 6. While here, we subtract 3 on both sides. We get 2x equals negative 18. And then we divide by 2, x equals negative 9. All right, now let's check it. So 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3 is 15. Absolute value of 15 is just 15. Take away 5, it's going to give you 10. And then negative 9, if you plug that in, 2 times negative 9 is going to give you negative 18, plus 3 is going to give you negative 15. But the absolute value of negative 15 is 15. Take away 5 still gives you 10. So the whole point is that solving for absolute value equations, you got to know the definition of the absolute value, and you split the absolute value equations into two separate equations, solve them, and then plug them in to make sure that you got the right value for x.